Jazz recap here on DJ and PK 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone. Jake Scott with you. The Jazz fall last night at the Blazers, 137-117. Tough night for the Jazz. Played a little bit slow, not a whole lot of defense. Jazz ended up down 20 at the half and never really got any closer. The Jazz were led by Lauri Markkanen, had 22 points in the loss. Jusuf Nurkic with a double-double, 21 and 12. But the Jazz had a tough time slowing down Deni Avdija, who finished the game with 33 points. Shaedon Sharpe right behind at 29. Let's get to the post-game sound and Jazz head coach Will Hardy.
We're not doing a good job physically containing the ball. We're not doing a good job mentally anticipating the help on the weak side. And so tonight we just looked slow. Our brains look slow and our feet look slow. And so you end up giving up too much at the rim. And then when you do help, it's late and you're giving up kick-out threes. They made 19 threes. They made 8 in the first quarter. Are there some that are just great shots by really talented players? Of course. But I think the theme right now defensively is we have to up our physicality, we have to up our intensity, and we have to up our anticipation on the weak side. As much as I would like to believe in my teammate guarding the ball, I have to anticipate what has to happen if they get beat. And I just felt like we were late on all those aspects tonight. Offensively, it wasn't our best night, and you still turn in 117 points. Our team is top half of the league offensively, and we're last defensively. It takes accountability of each individual for us to have any collective accountability on that side of the ball. Defense is tiring. Defense is not fun, but defense is what gives you the opportunity to win. We can't show up to the games thinking that we're just going to outscore everybody. Like, that's an unsustainable approach. And right now where we are as a team and as a program, we're trying to build sustainable habits, a sustainable approach for long-term success. And our focus on the defensive side of the ball individually has to go up. I think there's a lot of commentary about people's stats, and stats end up getting people paid, but defense is what's going to give us a chance to win.
You mentioned physicality on the defensive end, but how much was that a factor on the other side of the ball tonight too, just maybe in tonight's loss? Yeah,
they do a good job of pressuring. They've got big physical athletic wings. We're 26 for 49 in the paint. I think there's 7 or 8 of those shots that we normally make that we just missed. I also thought we made some questionable decisions at the rim in different moments. It's a combination, but I do think that, we talked as a team at the end of the first quarter and then again at halftime that we needed to do a better job of screening as a group. We can't just rely on Nurk to get everybody open. We play a lot of actions that are small, and they were trying to maintain their matchups. And so everybody has a responsibility to bend their knees and brace for contact and try to help their teammates get open. I think, physicality ultimately is why we lost the game tonight on both sides of the ball.
Talked in one of these press conferences at the beginning of the year that, you guys had looked in the mirror in the first couple of years when you guys were last in the league defensively and said, hey, this isn't working, we need to change our style of play on that end as well. And then, Walker got hurt as well. But what kind of style of play do you want to see defensively? What do you want to have be kind of the identity of Jazz basketball defense, if you will?
Well, I think we've identified the type of shots that we're trying to take away, but we need more of a scramble mentality on every possession. Right now we are late mentally, and we do not have the athleticism as a group to make up for that physically. It takes a lot of anticipation. to do those things possession after possession. Defense takes a relentless level of competitiveness because there are so many situations that happen in every game. And am I supposed to go over the screen or under the screen? Well, the reality is that doesn't matter as much as not getting screened. Stop running into the screen. That is the only answer that never works, is just running into the screen and dying. On the weak side, am I supposed to take away the rim, or am I supposed to say, well, we have a priority kind of list of you're going to get put in a bad spot sometimes defensively. And when in doubt, take away the rim. And then when you're scrambling on the weak side, a lot of it is personnel recognition. If two people are equal, you'd like to take away the corner three. If two people are not equal, you have to try to make a decision on which one you'd prefer to shoot. But ultimately, I'd like for our identity to be we can play a couple of different styles because, like I've said, I don't envision a world where we're going to be able to play one coverage for 82 games and through the playoff, run. And so, yeah, we will continue to adjust and, try to identify different schemes as a staff that can help. But I think right now we've generated a pretty good defensive shot profile, but we're not doing a very good job of contesting those shots at a high rate. Believe me, it's a collective effort, coaches, players, in order to make improvements in that area. It's crazy for how good our offense has been, how little we actually talk about it as a group. Defense is what we're attacking every day, and it's what we'll continue to attack until we get it right. And, I'm the person that takes the responsibility for how our team performs. I come and talk to you guys every day, and I'm never going to duck my responsibility in terms of leading our group. And my expectation is that everybody on our team take responsibility for their individual play.
Kind of related, like you guys played the Thunder next game. We talked to their coach about why their defense is so good, and they say, hey, this starts with personnel. They draft really long, athletic guys who are defense-first guys. Do you have the personnel to play defense well in this league?
I think any group of people can perform to a certain level. I don't want to put a limitation on our group at all on that side of the ball. Believe me, if I didn't believe in the ability for a group of people to outperform the sum of their parts, or if I didn't believe in the ability for individuals to grow and get better, then this would be a horrible profession for me. I go to bed with that belief. I wake up with that belief. My job is to hold our team accountable, but my job is also to teach them, to inspire them, to give them hope. So, yeah, I don't want to put any limitations on our team, to say that any group like, oh, they just can't. That would be a terrible way to go about this every day.
There is Jazz head coach Will Hardy. The Jazz fall to the Blazers 133-117. The Jazz are back at it coming up tomorrow night. They'll be in Oklahoma City to take on the defending champion Thunder. The game will tip off at 6 o'clock. Pre-game coverage begins at 5. Coming up next, more DJ and PK here on 97.5 the KSL Sports Zone.